Hello, welcome everybody to MotorHome Beep Beep. My name is Alan and I've got the pleasure of being in Southampton to find Benny Hill. Oh my God, did I watch this guy when I was young. I mean, you know, for a kid he was hilarious. He's Southampton, Hollybrook Cemetery. And I do actually know where he's been because a very nice gentleman was admiring the motorhome and he came in and he took me to the grave, so I know exactly where it is. Yeah, Benny Hill, I mean, he's sweet, wasn't he? Wasn't he a sweet chap? You just loved him. I mean, I don't know what it was, he radiated kind of goodness, but and sort of innocence, because it was sort of a burlesque type of double entendre type of humour, but, and of course it was saucy, but the women livers were after him, weren't they, at one point, I think, but nah, it's ridiculous. It was very, very, for the times, it was fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to go around this little corner in the distance, and I know exactly where it is, I've seen it, but I think we ought to remember one thing about Benny Hill. He was very dedicated to his work. I watched a documentary a while back, and he used to be very a nervous chap. If a new woman, they used to call it the Hills Angels, didn't they? But if a new lady came on set, he froze. And you know, he didn't feel comfortable. He liked to work with people he knew, and he was a strange character from that respect, because I have got the figures in a minute. I'm going to tell you, he was a very rich man when he died, and he lived at, I think it's Hill Avenue or Hill Lane, which is just down the road here. And the chap said that, who knew him and met him, said that when he died, he didn't even have a TV, and he never owned a property, and you know, he had a fortune in the bank. He was a multi-millionaire. So it was a very, very strange concept. I don't know whether he was just being a little bit tight, or he'd been brought up, or insecurity, but yeah, he never spent his money. Now I'm going to spin it where we are, look, so we can see. That's the church in front. Mr. Benny Hill is over there. So it's not far to go, is it? I remember Ernie, the fastest milkman in the West. I actually went in a phone box to play. I used to ring a number, something like 191, and you could hear the latest, I think it was number 1 or whatever, and I was there with a earpiece listening to it, you know, and I just love Benny. I think he appealed to kids. And don't forget, Michael Jackson was a massive fan of Benny Hill. And what actually happened, it's quite sad. The ITV company thought his humour was old hat and it was old-fashioned, and so they kind of terminated his contract, and he fell into a depression. And the thing was, this is the ironical and terrible thing, that on the day that he died, he had a coronary heart attack in front of the TV. The day that he died, he got a script through the post, and they wanted a new contract for him for a new series. Isn't that awful? Isn't that absolutely awful? What a shame. And there was often a lot of controversy about his sexuality, which had got really nothing to do with anyone really, but it is said that he proposed to 2 women and was turned down twice, and one of them was a very lovely lady, and I had the pleasure of meeting her at Pinewood Studios. It was the day that a producer, Bob Baker, died in his 90s, and it was when there was a hurricane, a volcano went off, and there was ash going all around the world, if you remember that. I think it was 2006, and at this event it was for Bob Baker, who was a partner of Roger Moore, the director of the Persuaders and the Saint and stuff like that, and I was at the event. I was lucky to be there, and I met Anita Andre there, and she of course was in Randall and Hopkirk, you know, beautiful woman and very modest, and she was in what else, the Persuaders, the Saint, all that kind of thing, ITC stuff, you know. She was a beautiful woman, she really was. And as she was older, I mean, it's 15, what is it now? 17 years ago, she was gorgeous then. Hello, I wonder if you could tell me about the time that you knew Bob Baker and how he...
Yes, I first met him, I think it was 63.
There was also, and I can't remember the lady's name, she was in quite a lot of these series, and she was in a wheelchair, and she was gorgeous lady to meet, but she was very sick. And I took her to the toilet, and she said, "This is the first time that I've asked a gentleman to take me to the toilet." I said, "It's been my pleasure." Well, I'll laugh, eh? Oh, yeah, what circumstances bring upon us sometimes. Hello, I wonder if you could just pass some memories on your time with Bob Baker.
I was very privileged. I came in to do the Saint again.
Anyway, we're here now. And I've just got to say that for all the reasons that he wouldn't spend his money, I'm reading it out because I've got it here. He had £7,548,192, which is worth 16,600,000 in today's money, and he wouldn't spend it. Dear Benny, I don't know why. I really, really don't. Yes, we're here. I'm going to spin you. And we're coming in now. Benny! I was going to say Benny and the Jets then, but that's not true, is it, Benny? You weren't Elton John's. There we go. Oh, sweetie sweet. I love it. Let me get the specs on. Just don't got my contacts. Oh, look at that. Of course, we expect that. We've got a little milk float there. Thank you for all the funny moments, Mr. Benny Hill. Yeah. Don't know what that is. And there was some fresh flowers there. But look, isn't that lovely? Benny! Love you, and I still love you now. Still watching now, Benny. Thank you ever so much, my friend. It's a privilege to be here. Okay, let's read the stone. Oh dear. I don't know, I get a bit sad sometimes. I don't know why I do when I'm doing this job, but I do. And he wanted to be buried there, look, next to the church, the entrance, and that was the nearest I could get. But the fact was that there were some raiders, because they thought his gold had been buried with him. So they ended up putting a concrete top on to stop, you know, that happening again. And we've got to remember, he was on TV, he was I think he was voted on one of these polls the 17th most popular entertainer. And he also used to get figures like 21 million viewers. Astronomical, isn't it? Let's get in nicely. And there we are. It says, cherished memories of a dear husband and father, Alfred Hawthorne Hill, who fell asleep on the 6th of May 1972, aged 78 years. And of his beloved wife, Helen Florence, who fell asleep the 10th of February 1976, aged 81, reunited. Mum and Dad. And of course we've come down and we've got also Southampton's Benny Hill, born Alfred Hawthorne Hill, 1924 to 1992. Comedian, son, father and friend, our boy eternally. God bless. Oh, isn't that sweet? So there we go. And this is the moment when we get the MotorHome Beat Beat flower out. I think I'll put it down this end. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? That's no good, is it? Not really. Not really. I think what we'll do, we'll put it there, look. That's it. That's it. That's good. I'm struggling with that one, but I want it to be straight. Hang on. Who's this behind me? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh! It's one of the Hills Angels! Are you the ones that used to run after Benny?
I love Benny. I love Benny.
You love Benny, don't you?
Yeah. I love Benny in Greece.
Yeah, you do. She's from Greece, aren't you? And
I'm from Greece, and we had his program about 10 years.
yeah,
80s.
it was very popular and a lot of
Every
fun.
single night we was watching Benny Hill.
It was a very popular program in a lot of foreign countries, wasn't it?
Of course.
Yeah, but I think it was sweet, don't you? It was a sweet
It
guy.
was very cute.
Yeah, he always
nice
reminded me, I don't know if you agree, of Oliver Hardy because of that sweetness. You know, with the tie, he used to float the tie and Benny.
And I am like him in few times because I'm talking about Chinese, the British language.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I'm like him.
Yeah, because
I mime him.
yeah, he used to do that Chinese guy that got the words and he'd say, "You stupid sod," and he got the words wrong, hadn't he? And you do
I
that
do the
sometimes.
same.
Yeah. It's because she's Greek, of
Benny.
course. Yeah, but we've got to remember we can't speak Greek, so you've got one up on us. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love Benny, didn't
I
we?
think he loved German language a lot because he was acting like German.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
he was
never thought about that.
acting. Yeah.
Oh, well, there we go. So you've been a big fan and this is your moment, eh?
We love him.
Yeah, there we go.
All in Greece.
Yeah, definitely.
Love you, Benny.
There we go. She's a big fan of Benny Hill for sure. I'm sure a lot of people still are. I bet he still gets new audiences now with young people. I won't be surprised at all. It's such sweet humour, isn't it? That was a wonderful life, Mr. Benny Hill. I mean, he brought so much joy and happiness, and he didn't do it for the money, did he? He didn't spend it, you know. And I think that's the secret. He was a lovely guy. And you know, you think of all the happiness he's brought to all these people. Great. I love that. I love that life. And I think we ought to remember one thing. Don't expect too much in your life, because if you expect too much, you're trapped by that. It spoils your life. Enjoy what you've got. Live it the day you've got. It doesn't matter. You don't need all this money. We just need enough. Maslow's chart and take all that kind of stuff. But then, of course, yeah, if you get more, it's great. You know, you can buy little luxuries and stuff. But if you've got your health, we all know that's the secret, isn't it? So, yeah, let's enjoy the day. So, folks, if you've enjoyed it, don't forget, subscribe, thumbs up. Love that. But the comments, love those. I always read them, you know I do. And I love our little community. So take care from me, Alan, at MotorHome Beep Beep. I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye for now. See ya.